So this is Martin Schuler again, and I actually forgot to mention why I wanted to make a video about what's going on at the moment. And it was actually Peter Schiff who Richard hates the most. And I know that because he made him look bad, really looking bad at the interview they had 2022. Richard really looked not convincing at all. Even at the time, I was following really what was going on in his community. At the moment, the community is falling apart. But at the time, there was massive excitement because his next project, Bitcoin 2.0, actually Ethereum 2.0. I'm sorry, I'm not so deep into this. I'm more into stocks and traditional investing, gold stocks. I'm actually a fan of Peter Schiff, and that's why when Peter Schiff and Richard Hart talk, that was very interesting for me to see my cousin talking to Peter Schiff, who is my idol, because Peter Schiff, he is one of the very few people who understand what's going on in the markets, in the economy worldwide, in America. And his predictions all came true, except that it took 10 years longer than he thought. But that is due to massive QE, that is to the Fed lowering interest rates, keeping them low until they had to raise them up because of the high inflation, and so on and so on. I really recommend the last interview with Peter Schiff. And I know that Richard Hart, he looked at it, even though I prefer to call him Richard Schuler. You know why he doesn't like that name Schuler? Because in Germany, where I live, grow up, Schüler means pupil, like someone who goes to school. And that, of course, didn't sit well with somebody who has a massive ego like him. I can tell you that he's brilliant, beyond, maybe even beyond Einstein. But he has some character flaws, or maybe that is not a character flaw, but that maybe it might be a disease. So the same disease that Donald Trump has, it's called narcissistic sociopath. So, and that can be treated with some medications, but neither Donald Trump nor Richard had ever taken any medications. They have never been drinking, they've never taken drugs. So the only thing that they have in common is that they're a little fat, like to eat McDonald's and Burger King type food. Obviously they're not going to Burger King, they're going to Wendy's. Nowadays they go to other chain ones, but back in the days they liked Wendy's a lot. So the whole thing why I'm making this video is that Peter Schiff was wrong on a couple of things. He was wrong that he predicted for years stagflation. That's not true. And that stagflation is actually only happening in America. And he predicted global stagflation. So that is wrong. Everything else that he said is right. Also that the price of Bitcoin relative to gold in the last 2-3 years looks unfavorable for Bitcoin. But that's also a pretty stupid comparison, because if you look that Bitcoin was cents and now it was 100,000 and gold was At that time, 250, and now it's 3,000. We're talking about 10x against what 1 million x. It's ridiculous, you know. So I'm making this video not to defend my cousin, but just to point out that Peter Schiff, although I think he's a genius, he's sometimes also kind of deceiving his audience, because he didn't predict everything right. He was wrong for the last 10 years.